Good morning. Welcome back to Words Matter. So let's share some words. Today, I'm going to talk about the second of 5 painful experiences that I wrote about during my church assignment. The second painful experience was about my mom's manic episode. In 2001, a little before I got married, my mom had a manic episode as a reaction to a medication that she was taking called Paxil. A manic episode causes you to just be on the go all the time. She was not able to sleep at all. She was constantly wanting to go shopping and buy things. Basically, the person is just go, 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 and their mind is not right. Their mind cannot think the way that you would normally be able to think. She would get lots of ideas of things she wanted to do. She had all kinds of things she wanted to do, but the actual execution of that, she couldn't put it together. She wasn't able to have any follow through. She just had lots of ideas and, ooh, I want to go do this, and ooh, I want to go do that. We ended up having to take her to the emergency room, and they had to give her medications, and basically they said that somebody was either going to have to stay with her or they were going to have to put her somewhere, and it was going to be for a significant amount of time before her body was able to get chemically balanced however it's supposed to be. I was fortunately able to get off of work to be able to take care of her. The thing that I had to go through though was having to take care of somebody whose mind wasn't wasn't completely right at that moment. And so there were times that she would say things that she didn't mean, and she wasn't really able to completely understand what she was saying or meaning. And I had to learn how to deal with that. At the time, I wasn't always the best at it. And even if I was to go through something like that again, sometimes I think our reactions end up taking over rather than our reasoning. And so would definitely have to be careful not to allow my reactions to take over. I remember one moment during that time that we got into a big argument over whether I loved her or not, because I wasn't allowed to let her leave the house. It made her feel like I didn't love her, nobody loved her, why was she even here? And it was just a big old argument that escalated very highly. And while we were in the midst of yelling, my dad came in and he had to put a stop to that. What lessons I learned during that time is that don't take the things that people say when their mind isn't right personally. And that's true even if it's not something like a manic episode. If somebody's mind is not right, if they're going through something really tough and their mind is just not in the right place, give them grace. And remember that arguing with that person is probably not going to be as productive as praying for that person. Because a lot of times when their mind isn't right, they can't see logic and reason. They are just feeling things, and their mind, the way that it's seeing things, the perception, it's off. So when your mind's not right, and you can remember this for yourself if you're going through something, your mind's not right, remember the perception is off. The way that you see things is off a little bit. So there you might feel unloved when your mind's not right. And I do believe that is an attack of the enemy often. when people's minds aren't right. So if somebody's mind isn't right and they're saying that they don't love you, or if your mind may not be right and you're feeling like you're unloved, a lot of times I feel like that's an attack of the enemy, which is why I think instead of arguing, prayer is our number one battle tactic for that. And I do think that that is more helpful. And so when it says, are these changes helpful to you? Yes, I think that it is helpful to pray instead of argue whenever people are going through times where their mind isn't in the right place. And I think giving grace is so important whenever people are going through things because they need grace during those times more than other times because they need to feel the love. They need to feel that you care. All right. I'll see you next time with experience number 3. Bye.